Hello fifth graders, welcome to this video, and today we're going to learn about classifying angles, prime factor trees, adding fractions, and distributive property. So let's get started. First we're going to learn about classifying angles. So there are three types of angles, which are acute, right, and obtuse. So right angle is 90 degrees angles, and obtuse is an angle that is bigger than right angle. So we are going to say that this is 90 degrees. So obtuse is bigger than 90 degrees. And acute is an angle that is smaller than 90 degrees, like this. Okay, so we're gonna work on number 1 and 3 together. And if you look at number 1, and let's say that this line, like this line, is 90 degrees. This angle is smaller than 90 degrees, right? So this will be acute. All right, and for number 3, this is 90 degrees angle because it has this square looking thing. So this means that this is 90 degrees angle. So this will be right angle. Oh, and let's do number 2 together. And for number 2, we're going to say that this is 90 degrees. And number 2, this is greater than 90 degrees, right? So this will be obtuse. Sorry for my writing. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna work on prime factor trees. And we're gonna work on number 1. When you do prime factor trees, you have to break down the number on the top first. So we have to break it down to two factors, and there will be a circle and a square. So the numbers in the circles are the prime numbers, and the prime numbers are the numbers that have only two factors that are 1 and themselves. So if you look at 7, 7 is in the circle, which means it is a prime number because it has two factors that are 1 and 7, which is itself. And it doesn't have any more factors, so this is a prime number. So 28 is broken down into two factors, and one of the factors is 7. So in order to find the number in the square, you're, you're going to divide 28 by 7. So 28 divided by 7 is 4. And now we have to break down 4. And for this case, there are two circles under number 4, right? Which means those two factors should be prime numbers. 4 can be broken down into two ways, which are 1 and 4 and 2 and 2. But 1 and 4 is not a possible way for this case because 4 is not a prime number. It has three factors, which are 1, 2, and 4. So the only way we can break it down is 2 and 2 because they are both prime numbers. So it will be 2 and 2. And next one is adding fractions. And we're gonna work on number 4 together. And number 4 is 1/3 plus 1/4. So when you add fractions, you should find the common denominator. And common denominator for this one is 12. How do I know that the common denominator is 12? Is because their least common multiple is 12. So in order to find the common list, least common multiple, you're gonna just list the multiples. So it will be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and more. And we're gonna list the multiples of 4, and it will be 4, 8, 12, 16, and more. So we can see that the least common multiple is 12 here. So their least common multiple is 12. So we should make the denominators to 12. So I'm going to multiply 4 here for both numerator and denominator. And I'm going to multiply 3 for both numerator and denominator here. So it will be 4 over 12 plus 3 over 12. And we know that 4 plus 3 is 7. So it will be 7 over 12. And this is the final answer because it cannot be simplified anymore. So 7 over 12 is the final answer for number 4. Alright, and the last one is distributive property. We have to rewrite the equations using distributive property and find the correct answer. We're going to work on number 2. And the first step of this is that you have to break down this number. And I'm going to break it down to 10 and 2. Then it will be 3 times parentheses 2 plus 10. Right? Because 2 plus 10 is 12. So this is basically the same thing. And now I'm going to use distributive property. And I'm going to multiply 3 with 2 here. And I'm going to multiply with 10 here. Alright. So it will be 3 times 2 plus 3 times 10. Right? Because I have to multiply this with both of them. And 3 times 2 is 6. And 3 times 10 is 30. And 6 plus 30 is 36. So the final answer will be 36.